Baja Claw rims off of the, or Baja Claw tires off of the 62 CJ. And I'm going to show you a little before and after video. So these rims, they have some rust on them. Yeah, hopefully this turns out, you can see it. But basically, they're pretty dirty. The back side of it, they're oxidized and rusted as well. So hopefully you can see the extent of the rust and oxidation on these rims. So I've already polished the back too. Like I said, hopefully this video shows up. You can see what kind of results I get. Now I'm going to show you what I use and go through the process a little bit. I've done both backs. There's the inside of the other one. Pretty clean. Now, I'm kind of fortunate with this particular Jeep because you got these big old tires on it and there's no damage to the rims at all. And my theory is it was used in the sand dunes with these Baja Claws, Mickey Thompson. So there's just no rim damage at all. So they clean up really nice. So I'm kind of fortunate there. So what I use, and I've been using this for a few years, is this Zephyr Pro 40. Look it up. Pretty good stuff. You want to make sure it's shook up real good. Maybe I'll cut in some video of how I shake my paint cans and whatever needs shook. But basically, you can look this up on the web. It's made basically for truckers. This stuff will put a nice shine. It'll clean it up real nice. Take care of the rust. So and it doesn't take much. I've had that container for at least 5-6 years, and there's more than half left. I actually use this 4/0 steel wool, and that just takes off the rust, polishes it up real nice. Now this stuff, this Zephyr Pro 40, you can wax it after, but it does have some wax in it, so you can actually make this stuff. Get a bar of the green rouge and soak it in odorless mineral spirits and overnight, or put it on a burner and melt it. It's just as good as what you buy. This is about, I paid $15. You can go to Amazon. It's somewhere between $15 and $20. I bought it from a trucker site way back. So Pro 40 works pretty good. So I'll shoot some more video of this rim after I clean it up. It takes about an hour to get both sides. Okay, all the Jeep wheels are cleaned up. Got the inside, outside. These are those 15-inch, 8-inch wide chrome wheels. Turned out real good. A lot of elbow grease. Use that Zephyr Pro 40. Found out on the inside had that, what I thought was oxidation. It's actually silver paint, but it was pretty messy. But anyway, I ended up using some lacquer thinner, cleaning it off, and then hit it with the polish. So that's the chassis of the 62 CJ. Got the drivetrain, all of that fixed and lined up. Had to do some modifications because this thing's been adapted. This had the dauntless 225 adapted to the T90, and things are a little offset, so I finally fixed it. The main thing was a sector shaft. You can see it back there where it's got some clearance now from the engine. That was the problem. It's close on my 71. So basically I had to modify the clutch bell crank. Made a little customization and, to get things lined up. In other words, this bracket right here got moved from here to there and then extended 2 inches. And then I made a special bracket for inside the frame. So, next part will be putting on the leaf springs. Procom leaf springs are going to go on it, 2.5 inch lift. So these stock springs will come off, and we'll have this baby up in the air a little bit. So that's the chassis. Tub's in good shape, filled all the holes on the firewall, plugged them, except for the ones that are stock or I would need as part of just running it. Toolbox has been pulled out, some metal replaced on the front and around the sides. It's basically just clamped in there now. Like I said in another video, this will be one of the last things I weld in or work on. I'll paint the inside. Then I've still got to put some holes along this back part here. I'll punch some holes and I'll spot weld it after it's painted. So things are looking pretty good. My cart is being loaned out. My old neighbor's got a 72 Ford 250 Highboy he's working on. He's got the box on it, so I just put it on the barrels to work on it. You notice how I lift the tub. I went ahead and lined up the tub on the frame and drilled the holes for the body mounts, or at least 2 of them. And then I just used the engine hoist to pick it up, and that can be rolled around as needed. So right now I just roll it out of the way. So continue to work on the chassis and get that thing all fixed. I ground off some 1/4 inch plate on these shackles and put in some 1/8 inch plate. Cleaned it up a little, both sides. The front, took out the ugly 1/4 inch plate off the front. I'll be boxing that in with some 8 inch plate. And I think the chassis will be pretty much ready for the body again. So looking pretty good. Fun project. I like to tinker away on it. Here's a little handy little device everybody should have. It's basically my homemade paint shaker. Runs off a little cordless drill. Pretty straightforward. It's got one of those plugs that they use, plumbers use. So it's basically a rubber stopper. Hopefully this shows up okay. I use this quite a bit. Got some wax here. Needs to be shook well. This polish I'm using for the chrome works on mags as well. It's really important this stuff shook up. Everybody working on Jeeps, they got rattle cans, paint, etching primer, whatever. Shake it up, put it in either way. It's the way to do it. Lots of different variations of this same principle. You can use a can, you can use, a 1/4 20 bolt with some washers. I just use this 3 inch PVC with that plumber's plug. Works good. Handy little device to have.